The Zephyrian Tribunal had never encountered a deception they couldn't unravel. For 3 millennia, their bio-neural truth scanners had maintained a perfect record, not a single lie had escaped detection across thousands of species and billions of interrogations. The crystalline devices could read micro-expressions, analyze pheromone releases, monitor neural activity, and cross-reference vocal stress patterns with mathematical precision that bordered on the divine dot. So when Captain Sarah Chun of the human diplomatic vessel Endeavor was brought before the tribunal for allegedly violating the Neutral Zone Treaty, High Arbitrator Vexto felt nothing but confidence. Another routine case, another truthful resolution. The accused will submit to the truth scanner, Vexto announced, his forearms gesturing toward the imposing crystalline apparatus that hummed with alien energy. Standard protocol for all treaty violations. Sarah looked at the device with the same expression she might give a particularly stubborn coffee machine. Oh, wonderful. Another fancy alien gadget that thinks it knows everything. The scanner immediately flashed green. Truth detected. Vexto blinked his compound eyes in confusion. The human had just made what sounded like a dismissive comment, yet the scanner registered it as truthful. He decided to proceed with the formal questioning. State your name and rank for the record. Captain Sarah Chun, commanding officer of the Earth vessel Endeavor, green light, truth. Did your vessel enter Zephyrian space without authorization? Sarah's expression didn't change. Oh, absolutely. We just love barging into random alien territories without permission. It's practically our favorite hobby, green light. The scanner registered complete truth. Vexto felt his mandibles twitch. Something was wrong. The human's vocal pattern suggested mockery, but the scanner was infallible. He consulted with his fellow arbitrators through rapid pheromone exchanges. The readings are unusual, whispered arbitrator Kyleth, but the scanner has never been wrong. Perhaps this species has different truthfulness indicators, suggested arbitrator Mordun. Vexto continued the interrogation. You admit to the violation, then? Oh, I'm practically confessing everything, Sarah replied, examining her fingernails with apparent boredom. We definitely didn't receive a distress signal from one of your research stations. We absolutely weren't responding to a humanitarian crisis. And we certainly didn't save the lives of 47 Zephyrian scientists from a reactor meltdown. Green. Light. Green light. Green light. The scanner registered every statement as completely truthful, even as the human's tone dripped with what any sentient being would recognize as sarcasm. Vexto found himself in an unprecedented situation. His perfect lie detector was telling him that obvious lies were truths. I don't understand, he admitted, his confidence cracking. The scanner indicates you're being truthful, but your statements contradict our sensor logs. Sarah finally looked directly at him, and for the first time, her expression softened. Slightly. Your Honor, may I explain something about human communication? Proceed, Vexto said, though his uncertainty was now visible to everyone in the chamber. Humans use something called sarcasm, Sarah began, her tone now straightforward. It's when we say the opposite of what we mean to make a point. When? I said we love barging into alien territories. I meant the exact opposite. We hate it and avoid it. But here's the thing about sarcasm. It requires the speaker to believe they're telling the truth about their actual meaning. The scanner flashed green again. When I was being sarcastic, I was actually telling the truth about what really happened, just wrapped in irony. We didn't violate your space for fun. We were responding to a distress call. We did save your people. My sarcasm was truthful because it accurately conveyed the real situation through deliberate contradiction. Vexto stared at the human, then at his perfect scanner, then back at the human. 3,000 years of absolute certainty crumbled in the space of a heartbeat. You're saying that your species has evolved a form of communication that tells the truth by lying? More or less, Sarah confirmed with a slight smile. It's about intent and context. Your scanner reads intent, and my intent was always to convey the truth. just in a roundabout way that made your accusations look ridiculous. The other arbitrators buzzed with excited pheromone exchanges. This was unprecedented, revolutionary, impossible, and yet undeniably real. So, when you said you absolutely entered our space without authorization, I meant we absolutely did not enter without authorization. We had every right to respond to a distress call under the galactic humanitarian protocols, which supersede territorial boundaries in life-threatening emergencies. Green light. Vextel slumped in his chair, forearms hanging limply. His perfect system, his infallible truth detector, had been defeated not by advanced technology or exotic mental powers, but by simple human sass. The charges are dismissed, he announced weakly, and I believe we need to recalibrate our understanding of truth itself. As Sarah left the tribunal chamber, she couldn't help but add one final comment. Your scanner is absolutely terrible at its job. Green light. Because in her opinion, any lie detector that couldn't handle a little sarcasm really was terrible at its job. The Zephyrians would spend the next decade revising their legal procedures, adding new categories for ironic truth, contextual honesty, and sarcastic accuracy. They would also develop the galaxy's first diplomatic warning system specifically for human interactions. But they never forgot the day a single human armed with nothing but wit and wordplay had exposed a fundamental flaw in a system they'd considered perfect. It was, as one Zephyrian scholar later wrote, the most devastatingly honest deception in galactic history. And Captain Sarah Chun? She became something of a legend, the human who broke an unbreakable system by simply being herself. Truth.